What's going on?
Hey.
Hey, man, how you doing tonight?
Well, you know what time it is, right?
It's time for the podcast.
Ooh, I like how you say that.
I mean, you taught me well, babe.
Ooh.
So,
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the podcast. This is your boy, Big Boy Live, with the man, the one and only, one of the coolest co-hosts in the world, Professor X. How you be, yo?
I'll be good, man. I want to do a quick intro for tonight's podcast, if you don't mind.
Uh, sure. This is
All
different.
right, brother. Here we go. All right, we want to welcome you guys back to the second part of our special holiday broadcast, brought to you by Terra Jersey Photography and your man, Big Boy. We want to thank you guys for joining us tonight, taking time out of your busy lives, busy schedules to be a part of the podcast. If you like what you hear, you like what you see, feel free to leave us comments. Feel free to follow and feel free to sponsor our podcast. We would greatly appreciate it. Thank you guys for letting us come into your living room this evening. And without further ado, Big Boy, take us away.
Woo, man, I got goosebumps just listening to you talk. Ooh, ooh.
Oh, Sherman.
Sure. Oh, sugar. Oh, Lord, please. Hallelujah. Oh, my little X. Sounds kind of nasty.
It is
Well,
very nasty.
man. Man, what's going on with this weather, bro?
I don't know. Somebody done took Mother Nature's chocolates and she's pissed the hell off.
Man, I tell you, man. I tell you, this weather, man. It's like, man. I walked outside with my coat on, my Carhartt beanie on, just ready to go out there, and I was like, "What? Is this fall? It's like 65 degrees outside. Cows are out there eating on green grass, and birds are chirping away, and chickmunks running around, and squirrels running around." I said, "Hey, this ain't winter time." And I could have sworn I seen Santa Claus in a Hawaiian shirt. Oh no, that's just a homeless. That was just a homeless guy on the road.
Santa Claus was in a Hawaiian shirt this year, bro. You weren't the only one that saw that.
Man, I tell you, man, even Rudolph had some Ray Bans on, bro. I was like, what?
Rudolph the Ray-Ban reindeer.
Shoot, sporting his Bahama Mama shirt. Yeah, I tell you, it's crazy.
Right? It's like a throwback to a Christmas in Hawaii.
I tell you. Yeah, man. I started watching that. I started watching that Yellowstone, man, on Peacock. I think
Yeah, I
it's all
saw
from
you post something. I saw you post something about that the other night.
Man, I think that show is crazy, man. I mean, it literally it's crazy. I mean, got the Kevin Costner in it. He's a big rancher. Over there in I think it's Wyoming or Montana, one of them. I think it's Montana. And then of course you have the Indian, reservation over there, so they're beefing back and forth. And, it's deep. It's Hey, I recommend it to everybody that watched Yellowstone. I really do recommend it. It's wow. I mean, it's very long. The episodes are long though. I mean, literally, the first episode is almost 2 hours long.
Wow,
But it's real good though.
that's a good pilot episode, though. I
Yeah,
mean,
man. You literally
that's
think you literally think you're watching a movie.
2 hours long. It kind of basically is a movie, man.
Yeah, and then the next episode was on. And the second episode of it, season one, was there's 3 seasons of it, and the second episode of it was I think 30 minutes long, and the third episode, what I'm watching right now, is like 47 minutes long. So yeah, it's good. I said, dude, Kevin Costner, a boy can act, a boy can act. But yeah, check it out. Yeah, check out Yellowstone, bro. Have you seen the movie list that's coming out next year?
No, I
The
haven't.
list, bro, man,
Sorry, man. I had to run the other room real quick. I had food on the stove. Sorry.
man,
No, I haven't. What's coming out?
bro. A new Avatar is coming out. A new Annabelle is coming out. A new Orphan is coming out. A new Black Panther is coming out. A bunch of Marvel DC movies coming out. You have another Final Destination coming out. Another Scream coming out. Of course, they're going to be releasing Top Gun. That's coming out next year. Another Harry Potter is coming out. Bro, it's crazy. Uh, yeah, a lot of stuff coming out next year.
Um,
Every movie, every list, every movie title I see the bank account going, uh oh, uh oh, uh oh, uh oh.
yeah. I knew there was some more Marvel and DC movies coming out, and I knew about Avatar because it comes out Christmas of next year, and it's actually the one movie that I'm looking the most forward to seeing because the first Avatar was just good. God, it was just so amazing.
Man, like usually, my favorite movie of all time is it'll always be my favorite classic movie of all time will always be Forrest Gump. I love Forrest Gump, and then like after that, I love Gladiator. I'm
Mhm.
Avatar has kind of like if I had a choice between Gladiator and Avatar, it'd be Avatar.
Right. Now, if I had a choice between Gladiator and Avatar, I would choose Gladiator every time.
Of
But
course.
but that's not to take anything away from Avatar. Like, and that's, I mean, here we go again. Uh, what is what is your top five, your personal top five favorite movies of all time?
Okay, okay, all right. Hold on. Now, you talking about mixture or genre specific? Because that makes a totally big difference right there.
It doesn't have to be genre specific. I mean, we can break it down like that because that's what we usually do because we're real. Your own personal top five, or what you think the top five movies of all time are.
Well,
It can go either way. And if you want to do genre specific, you can do that too.
my top five movies of all time will have to be Forrest Gump, Lion King, Gladiator, Avatar, and number five will be, of course, the Name Professor series.
What was that fifth one again?
The Name Professor. Cletus. Oh, my goodness. He's so strong.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I would have to say that my top five, just personal favorites, would have to be V for Vendetta, Gladiator, The Shawshank Redemption,
Ooh, that's a good one right there.
Avatar, and I would have to say, man, the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
I never got into Lord of the Rings, man. Never got into Lord of the Rings. Never got into Harry Potter. I did watch that. What's it called? Uh, the movie with the girl in it. They're always fighting or something. The fighting mystical movie.
I mean, do you know how many movies that have girls fighting in it? You have to be a little bit more specific than that, brother.
It's recent. I'm not saying like recent, but they had a series too. This trying to think. She shot with a bow and arrow. Hunger Games. There it is. Hunger Games. Yeah,
Okay.
there.
Jennifer
Hunger Games.
Lawrence. Jennifer
Yeah.
Lawrence. Okay.
Yes, Hunger Games. There it is.
Yeah.
Had that.
Yeah,
Now
that was the books were better. The books were
the
better
books are
than
better. Well, usually that's usually what they say. That the books are better than the movies, though. Now, now, my question for you is this: This is a big debate that a lot of people has always said. What is better, the original Star Wars movies with the old school characters, or the newer ones that are revamped?
Old school, always. Next question.
Okay, did you watch the Mandalorian series?
Yeah, I did. It was amazing. I'm a gigantic fan of it, actually.
Bro,
But
I love that.
but as good as that is, it doesn't take away from the original because it starts at the beginning. You know, what was it? Gosh, I hope I'm right when I say this, but what was it? What Drake said? You started from the bottom. Now I'm here.
Yeah,
You always have to start at the bottom, and the bottom was Star Wars. Like if you
right.
don't start with Star Wars and George Lucas and all that shit, you don't have all these spinoffs and everything moving forward. I mean, that's just the truth.
Now I'm gonna ask you a question. Like, when I watched Mandalorian, I never missed an episode. Man, I was hooked on it. Like, okay, didn't the last episode when Luke Skywalker came in there, did it kind of make you feel like upset stepdad? Like you've been taking care of this kid for like so long and protecting your life, and all of a sudden, like real daddy comes in the picture and like takes him away. You're like, really,
I mean, yeah, but that
bro?
just, bro, hold on. But that just kind of goes standard with relationships, you know. See, here's the thing: when you get into a relationship, nobody tells you that you're going to have 3 rings. You only know about 2 rings. You know about the engagement ring, the wedding ring, but the third ring they don't tell you about is the suffering.
Right, bro. Like, man, I was so hyped, man. The next thing I said, oh my god, Luke Skywalker. Hold up, uh, oh, like I felt the Mandalorian's face. I felt how he felt like seeing Baby Yoda go, and here it's like, man, I protect this little dude all this time, risk my life, risk my ship, and he's gonna leave me like that, man. But it was good though. I can't wait till the new one comes out for Boba Fett.
Oh,
That's gonna
dude,
be
that's
good,
going to be awesome.
bro. Yeah, I
All
love
right,
it, man.
so I gotta, you know, just because we started on it last night, I got to touch on something real quick.
Be gentle.
So I have to apologize. I did kind of bust your balls extremely over the Florida Gators last night.
It's okay. It's okay. I killed 2 bottles of wine after that.
That's okay. You also killed me whenever you hit me with that Michigan Ohio State comment. So it was all fair in love and war, but I do have to throw that out there. However, um, wanted to ask you a question. You know, just kind of touching on that sports topic again. Um, we went with the Mount Rushmore last night of our personal players, and you know, it was epic. It was amazing. But what I wanted to ask you is, you know, basketball, just straight NBA. If you go position by position, who are your top 5 all time? Now, see, we gave the Mount Rushmore of the ultimate, but we didn't go by position. And see, that's the thing is basketball is so much not a one person sport, even though you have the star athletes on the squad who star out more than the others. It is so much more of an intricate team sport. It's just done with fewer people. And I think that's why I respect it so much more. You know, with football, you got 12. Um, you know, with baseball, there's 9. You know, with the NBA, I mean, yeah, you got a bench of relief players and everything, but you're doing it 5-on-5. So, centers, who are your top 5 centers? Either that
See,
you've seen play or that you think are your top 5 of all time?
You see, man, here you are gonna go around with this right here, knowing good and well, my basketball knowledge level is not at yours. Come on, bro. But I take a whack at it. I take a whack at it.
Man,
I'm
you
gonna
ain't
be
got to
like,
take no whack at it, brother. You know better than that.
nah, I'm
You
gonna be
got
like,
great basketball knowledge.
I'm gonna be like Shaquille O'Neal at the at free throw line with this. Okay, I
Brick,
might do good. I
brick,
might miss,
brick,
but I might
brick,
get one.
brick, airball. Got one.
Yeah. Yes. All right. All right. I mean, best centers of all time. I mean, hey, see, you can break that down in different levels too. I mean, talk about straight skill, power, dominance. I mean, I think as far as most dominant center, I mean, Shaq, he's dominant. But as far as like skill wise and like smarts, Akeem Olajuwon, you know.
Ooh.
But as
Oh,
far but as far as a sleeping giant, as far as respect, David Robinson,
okay.
um, a
Brother,
force
that's
to be
a
reckoned, a force to be reckoned with type center, man. Oh, Patrick Ewing or
There you go.
Dikembe Mutombo. Not today! Ha ha ha!
And you know what? That 5 you just listed, perfect. But you're right. I I asked you that question because, I enjoy talking sports with you so much. Um, it also allows your comparison and my comparison, to just kind of add up. You know what I'm saying? Like it adds up. It's your take on my take, and anybody who listens to the show could debate what we say. That's one of the reasons why we do the show. It's just awesome. Um, I would have to say my top 5 centers. Um, Kareem. I would have to go with Kareem for the obvious reason.
I
Um,
agree.
I would go with Patrick Ewing after that. Great choice.
Oh yeah.
Pat
Oh,
was the dominant force uh, in the league in the 80s and most of the 90s. Um, I would also have to agree with uh, what was the one you just said? I just forgot. Sorry. I would also have to say Dikembe. As far as a physical presence and force in the middle. Now, was he the best scoring wise and things like that? No, but if I'm just going straight defense, yeah, I'll take Dikembe. But if I'm going all the way around, I'm going to throw in probably a name that a lot of people forget about. I'm going to go with Vlade Divac. He was a
ooh,
scorer. He was a scorer. He was finesse. He was, a little bit uh, more intricate and involved, and he was a great assist man. Then you also have, like your Arvidas Sabonis. Um, but ultimately, my number one big man is Shaq. Um, and it's just because of the physical prowess. It's just because of how dominant he was at his position. The only knock against Shaq that I ever had is that he couldn't make a free throw. Um, I mean, that was it. Seriously, dude.
right. Right. Think about that.
Shaq's game was perfect. It didn't have to have finesse. It didn't have to have finesse because it had brute force and strength. I mean, who in the league, outside of Yao Ming, could stand up to Shaq? And then you saw several times where Shaq and Yao went at it, and Shaq just threw Yao around like he was a rag doll.
That's the thing about it, though. Like when Shaq retired, that's when I knew. They even said when Shaq retired, that was the end of an era. the end of big man centers in the NBA.
I mean, because look at the centers that have come since then. Can you name me one dominant center? Who is considered a true center? Okay, not a power forward who's so big that he can play the center position. Giannis Antetokounmpo, Kevin Durant. Even though Kevin Durant is classified as a small forward, when you're 6'11" with a 7'6" wingspan, you can play any position on the court. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So who is the best current big man in the league? Well, I mean, that's easy. That's Nikola Jokic from the Denver Nuggets.
Like I said, it's just when it comes to this. I mean, it comes to the centers and stuff. Like that position has lost so much flair and so much excitement now. Because, like I said, back in the day, man, it was nothing to watch. It was nothing to like get excited to watch Shaq and Luke Longley play, or Shaq or Dikembe or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, it's gonna be a war. It's gonna be a battle. I mean, Shaq and Hakeem Olajuwon won that battle. I mean, or just some battles in general that the centers. I mean, it's just, but now it's like that position. You really don't like you said. It's just more in lines of this big power forwards and big small forwards that can actually play those spots too, but also play two positions at a time.
Yeah, you're right. All right, so let's move on to the power forward position, the 4 spot.
Well, yeah, give me some examples of power forward because I'm not very familiar.
All right, I'll give you my list, and then you can go from there. So
right.
my 5 is Karl Malone,
Okay.
Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Moses Malone, and I would probably say, Dennis Rodman.
He played power forward?
Yes, he did. At 6'8", he was a power forward. Dennis Rodman was more dominant than most big men in the league. All right, what you got for me?
Okay, well. So all right, so power forward. Again, most guys. What about Sean Kemp? What do you think about that guy?
Amazing, good choice.
He was a beast. Like Sean Kemp. Like I had his jersey. Like that's Sean Kemp. Sean Kemp's a beast. Okay. All right.
In the words of our man Stephen A. Smith, Sean Kemp before he became Sean Klump. So you got Sean Kemp. That's a good start. What else you got?
Commercial break. Now you was asking me power forwards, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Let me think here. How about Charles Barkley?
There you go.
Karl Malone.
Yep.
Dirk Nowitzki.
Oh, good one. Good one, bro.
You said a classic one. Kevin McHale.
Yep.
And for my last one, I have to say I agree with you, Kevin Garnett.
Hey, man. There is no love lost, and no one that could say anything to that list, man. That's a damn good list. I'll give it to you. I'm going to go small forward position next, and I'm going to take us off. I'm going to say LeBron James,
I agree with that.
Scottie Pippen.
I'm agree with that.
Let's see. Sean Elliott, San Antonio Spurs, standout small forward for years and years and years and years for them. And then good Lord. I'm
Now, question for you. There's a question for you.
yeah.
What do you consider Alonzo Mourning? They consider him a center, and also consider him as a forward too.
I mean, Alonzo played both.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I would think he was better as a power forward than he was a center, but he was also a really great center. So, I mean, I don't know.
I agree with that. I agree with that. Yep.
Larry Bird.
Ooh, nice.
That's my last small forward.
Well, I'm have to agree with you on that list. I do have to agree with you on that list because that was amazing list right there. I cannot disagree with you on that at all.
But see, here's where the fun comes in, because everybody's favorite two positions in the NBA from the old days, outside of the big man era, but today's current NBA moving forward has always been the shooting guard and point guard positions. And this is where things get fun. So let's just skip the small forward list and let's just have fun. And because we already know the shooting guard list predominantly, let's go ahead and start off with the point guards. Who are your top 5 point guards?
Can we just say top 5 guard? Because I'm like I told you, I'm not very familiar with the positions. I just know by names. Let's say guards.
Okay.
Of course, I have to say Steph Curry, the beast.
Yep.
Allen Iverson, of course, a beast.
Yep.
John Stockton.
Oh, yeah.
John Stockton. And I'm going to go 10 on this. I'm going to top 10 on this. I'm not going by rank. I'm just telling you what I think my top 10 players will be. John Stockton, Reggie Miller, Ray Allen. Michael Jordan, you consider he was more of a forward, right?
He was a 2 guard. He was a shooting guard.
Point. So
no, he was
Jordan,
a 2 guard. But see, this is why you got to split it, bro. Because you're listing 2 different lists. All right, so I'm going to help you. Okay, you already hit Curry, Iverson, and Stockton, all 3 point guards. Then you went into shooting guards after that. So it's got to be split by position.
I'm getting educated tonight. I told you I know names. I was never ever very good with positions.
That's okay.
Something like centers, you know.
That's okay, brother. That's okay. You have educated me on a lot in life. So if I actually have a chance to educate you some, then hey, yeah, that means we're doing a good job. We're sharpening each other.
All right, I like that. Isaiah Thomas, another good.
Amen, brother. Amen.
I say Detroit back in those days, they were a force, man. They were a force to be reckoned with. I mean, they were a force.
Bad boy
Uh,
Piston.
hmm Here's another one for you, Gary Payton.
There you go. There you go, bro. That is an absolutely elite top 5 point guards. And I applaud you for that list. And you're like, oh, I don't really know everybody by position, blah, blah, blah. And then here you go, showing yourself that you know more than what you thought you did. That's amazing. So for me, bro, I got to sit here and tell you, I kind of almost pretty much agree with your entire list. Number one for me, Allen Iverson. He's just my personal favorite. He is just, the one that I think did it best. Outside of outside of Allen Iverson, I would have to go with Steph Curry as well. Greatest shooter God ever created. Then I would have to go with John Stockton myself. Absolutely amazing. After Stockton, though, I would have to go with Damian Lillard, the Portland Trailblazers. So underrated, but so amazing. Absolutely a fantastic point guard. And then to round out my top 5, bro, I would have to say Chris Paul. Dude, Chris Paul has been so amazing since he's come into the league. And, he may not hold every record, but he is absolutely the definition of the quintessential point guard. The only person I would flop out on that list is, maybe Chris Paul for Isaiah Thomas, just because I think Isaiah is a better player. But I'm going to take Chris because he was a better shooter. He was and is a better shooter than Isaiah was.
Now, this where you can educate me. One of the players I thought that when I think about think about basketball, that brings up my head back in the old school day is Clyde the Glide Drexler.
Yeah, what about him?
Man, he's a beast. He was a beast.
Yeah, he absolutely was a beast. But what do you want me to educate you on? What position he played?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he's a shooting guard. He's a 2 guard.
Okay, cool. All right. Yeah, I'm. Like, did you by chance watch that The Last Dance, the Michael Jordan thing, The Last Dance?
Yeah.
What's your opinions on it?
The Celtics may have won 11, but the Bulls are the greatest dynasty of all time.
I agree with that. I agree with that. Most definitely agree. All right, so now we got what, point guards next?
Shooting guards.
Shooting guard. Oh yeah, shooting guards next. Okay.
The easiest list. The easiest list in the entire franchise of the NBA history. And if you want to go first, you could take us away. If you want me to go first, I will do it
You
because
go first.
it won't take me 10 seconds.
You go first.
Number 1, Michael Jordan. Number 2, Kobe Bryant. Let's see. Number 3, Klay Thompson. Number 4, Ray Allen. And number 5, well, crap. Okay, maybe this was a little bit more difficult than I thought it would be. Go ahead with yours, because 5's going to get me, because I've got it narrowed down to 3, and I don't know which one I like more.
Well, I'm gonna go with. I like you said, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant. I'm not sure if I'm butchering it, if I'm gonna butcher this one right or not, but greatest man. Hold on here. me think here.
Reggie Miller is mine, bro.
Yeah, of course, Reggie Miller.
Reggie was my fifth.
Reggie Miller, he had finesse. Like he was very finesseful when he shot that three. I mean, he was just man. Reggie Miller's a bomb. He's another player that you wish would have got a championship.
Reggie had the most finesse for the ugliest shot the NBA has ever seen.
You're exactly right, man. I remember, watching him shoot sometimes. It was like, oh my goodness.
Right, but he made it work.
Yes. Oh yeah. So I need one more person then, because I like Reggie Miller too. I was a big Indiana Pacer fan too back in the day. So I still remember the Pacers back in the day. That line because it was like say you had Reggie Miller and you had Rich Smits and you had the Davis boys, Antonio Davis, Dale Davis. Man, classic. Man, remember Chris Mullin?
Classic small forward, bro.
Chris Mullin. Man, I remember that guy. Oh, man. You know what other forward that we did not mention that was good too? That was kind of like your underdog a little bit. Tony Kukoc.
Yeah. Yeah, good power forward. Good strong position. Good, very, very finesse player for his size. And he had a decent outside shot. Yeah, great player. Great player, bro. I'm gonna have to admit amend. There it is. My shooting guard list. Jordan, Kobe, Reggie Miller, Ray Allen, and Dwayne Wade.
I agree.
Yeah.
Very strong players. Very strong players.
Yeah, I would have to say I got it. As much as I love Clay, he's been injured the last 2 years. Hasn't really played. Dominant guy, dominant force, great shooter. He's probably the best shooter on the shooting guard list, like hands down. But as far as like durability and availability and things like that go, I mean, I gotta take him off the list just for that alone. Reggie, Kobe, Jordan, Ray Allen, and Dwayne Wade.
Now, my question is for you too is about everybody you've seen play. Who was that one player that you was so excited to watch? He made the game entertaining. Boss was a beast.
Well, I got two answers to that. Honestly, obviously, for me, the most electrifying player, the most talented player, the person that just made the game better was Michael Jordan for me growing up. But my favorite player to watch was always Dennis Rodman.
Oh boy,
Dennis Rodman.
Are you in my mind? Because I was thinking the same exact thing.
Oh, I'm telling you, man. Like Dennis Rodman brought a whole new spectrum to the game. Like he was the first person to say, "This is who I am. If you don't like it, fuck off." I'm going to play the game and I'm going to dominate the game and I'm going to own the game. And then I'm going to wear a wedding dress and marry myself outside. And you guys can't do anything about it because I'm so popular that I can get away with it.
I mean, man, it was so crazy. I was watching The Last Dance and he goes off to Vegas to goes off to Vegas and mess around with Madonna and Carmen Electra and come back and play a game and dominate. Like, who does that? And to go overseas and hang out with Kim Jong-chi or whatever the heck his name is. I'm like
Kim Jong-il.
Yeah, like who does that?
Dennis fucking Rodman.
Sure is. You
Right.
know,
No.
I wanted his shoes so bad. Dennis Rodman shoes. I wanted him shoes so bad.
Right.
Ah, but yeah, Dennis Rodman was he literally changed the game. I mean, even he had an ugly shot too. But notice he shot those ugly shots once in a blue moon. He always makes them.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you ain't lying. I think the three worst shots in NBA history are Dennis Rodman, Reggie Miller, and Shaquille O'Neal. So, yeah.
You know, you know the thing about it though, which really surprised me is the Bulls had everybody set up for their strengths. You know what I'm saying? You know how like other teams, yeah, other teams they have different players which can do or good, but everyone's kind of like doing the same thing. But the Bulls, they had it set up. They had Dennis Rodman because he can rebound. That's all he did. That's all that they need him to do and pass the ball. You know, Jordan was the one that he controlled the game. You know, and Sky Pippen was like his backup. You know, Ron Harper was the other guy out there. You know, it just everyone had a job on the Bulls, and everybody was very good at their job.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's how I feel about that one.
I mean, you're right. But that was back when, the NBA was more of a team sport instead of, looking out for your own individual accolades.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. Um, you can measure success that you have um, by the failures, or you can be just, like everybody else and just keep chugging along like the little engine that could.
That's so funny you say that.
I think I can. I think I can. I think I can.
No, no, it's so funny when you saying that. No, it pops up in my mind.
What's that?
Major pain. Cheer, cheer. Oh, major pain.
Major Payne, there's a boogeyman in my closet. Well, if he in there, he ain't happy.
Oh man, but yeah, man, that was very good sports list right there. Very good sports list of players. I mean, like I said, the sports world has changed. I mean, it's not like it was back in the day with a team effort. Everybody enjoyed the game. Everybody played the game because they loved the game. Now it's more about who can shine the most and who can make the most money.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and change topics. So we got the rest of our sports list out on the two-part special for the holiday edition. So I'm gonna bring up the next one. Um, Family, bro, love them, hate them.
Hey, that's what it's all about, man. That's the one thing about family, man. You love your family, but sometimes you just don't like the things they do.
Yup.
But you always will love them.
So what's your best memory from over this holiday weekend?
Well, it's just playing. In all honesty, it was playing. I was playing this little game with my little nephew, an old school game, but he enjoyed it and which made him happy. It was a little fishing game. You know what I'm talking about? The little fishies in there, and the thing turns around, the mouth's opened up. You can take a little fishing pole and pull them out.
Yeah, it's called Go Fish.
Yeah, yeah. He got that for Christmas, and he enjoyed that thing. And he'd come up to me like, "Uncle, play with me." And I'm like, "All right." So I'm playing with him and stuff. And of course, he doesn't get the cool concept of it yet, but it is the fact that watching him play and then me playing with him, you know, it made me feel pretty good, you know. But I have to say that was probably one of my best memories. But also another memory that was real good too was I bought my mom a you can go to call how you say the word uh, a group it's a group of pictures, a college or collage. Yeah,
Collage.
yeah, you go to collage.com. We're not sponsored by anybody. I'm just shouting it out there. But on collage.com, you can go on there. You can get like all kinds of stuff like blankets, shirts, cups, and everything. You can add pictures on there. Well, I got my mom a blanket type deal, and I added a whole bunch of pictures over there of our family and stuff. And I added a picture of my uncle that passed. And my mom seen that blanket. She really enjoyed it, and she started tearing up and stuff. And that was probably like one of my highlights right there.
That's a good highlight, man. Thank you for being open and sharing that with us. And that's pretty interpersonal. And man, that's cool, man. Awesome for you.
It seems like when Christmas time comes, or you're getting something for somebody, it doesn't matter what the price tag is. It's all about seeing their expression of, of this complete happiness, which makes the world, means everything, you know. And like seeing my mom happy was really a special moment, really
Yeah, of
was.
course. Absolutely. I would I would have to say that my special moment was watching my little guy get so excited whenever I got him a SpongeBob video game for his Nintendo Switch. And he was like, just picture it if you can, holding out your arms with two locked fists and kind of just shaking back and forth because you're so excited, going, "Oh my gosh, Dad, I absolutely love SpongeBob. This is amazing." Yeah, dude, that was the highlight. Like we were standing in Walmart and he started doing that, and I was just like, "Dude, I love you so much."
You know, moments like that are really are what we need in life. You know, moments like that are it gives you the ability to reset, like reset all the stuff that's going on in your life. That may not be the most positive stuff, but something like that, it puts a big reset in your life. And like, man, this is so awesome seeing this happiest moment right here. And it kind of like erases a lot of that negativity that you may have had. And all this just resets you to resets you to smile again, you know?
Yeah, and just knowing that you're the one that gets to be a part of those memories, knowing that you're the one that gets to be a person that affects them that way, dude. Sometimes, man, that's the greatest, most fulfilling thing in the entire world, man.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's good. I mean, it's good to have those moments because we need those moments here and there. You know, it makes you feel like you're still human. Like all of a sudden now, I've been getting like all these little posts on Facebook about dogs and stuff, and like these it's like little memes, little cartoon memes, like how dogs and cats can make your life a lot better, make you more happier and stuff. And it's like, that's not. I mean, it's cool. I mean, it's true. I mean, Dogs have no sense of sadness when they're in a good home. They're so happy to see you no matter what. It's like your kids, they're always happy to see you.
Yeah, they are.
Sometimes I wish it was the way about work and stuff. Be happy to see work.
I don't think anybody can truly be happy to see work though. I mean, I'm just being 100. Um, I just don't think that's possible.
Man,
Um,
there are some
well,
weirdos. There are some weirdos out there that's actually enjoys what they're doing.
right. I mean, I'm not sitting here saying that you and I don't. I mean, to a certain point, of course we do, but obviously to others, it's like, fuck this job. Just saying, I'm just being 100.
you know, I have moments where I like, you know what? Not today, not today. Then I'm like, oh, I got bills I gotta pay. So I got you. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe, maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. But hey, it's part of life, though, man. It's part of growing up. I really wish. It's funny how when you're young, your parents would tell you, "Don't be trying to grow up too fast, because you're gonna regret it." hmm Enjoy being a kid as long as you can. It's funny. It's funny how life is, how you get all these little life lessons and stuff when you're younger and stuff, and you kind of take some of them, and then again you kind of like do your own thing, and now you like thinking back like, man, I should have done that. But hey, it's part of life, though.
Yeah, yeah, you're exactly right. Um, so what do you think about, um, kind of maybe expanding our horizon a little bit?
Okay, enlighten me, enlighten me.
Well, what I'm thinking is we've been doing these podcasts for a minute now. I think maybe we should go out and do some podcasts in, a couple special places and see if we can't get a few little sponsors to have our back.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that, brother. There's nothing wrong with that.
I mean,
Sponsors equal more opportunities.
yeah, I just think that we we're good people. We've got a little bit of insight, a little bit to offer, and maybe we should just continue trying to sharpen um, ourselves and our audience, in any way we can.
Right. That's the whole point, man. They keep on growing.
Um, I am going to tell you though, I do not think we're going to get any sponsors until you get a better football team, college wise.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh man. Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I couldn't help it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I really am. I really couldn't help it. It was a perfect setup. I had to take it.
I forgive you.
That's okay. You can just call me Judas, Jesus.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't compare me to that. Like, don't compare me to that high yet.
No, I'm just saying. You know, another great podcast, another great time.
Heck yeah.
But I'm going to do something that you usually do tonight.
Okay. Okay.
I'm going to take us into our final thoughts, and I'm going to lead off with it tonight, and then I will throw it to you for the closing arguments. How's that sound?
Sounds good, man.
All right. So, what did we learn from tonight's podcast? Unfortunately, LeRon is still a Florida Gators fan. Unfortunately, his knowledge of the NBA is limited. But outside of the superficial crap, LeRon is about as real as you get. Real life, real situations, real down to earth. Keep things honest. And that's the thing that we've always tried to do with this entire podcast is just keep it real and keep it honest. We love y'all. We thank you guys for taking time out to listen to us. We do this because we care. We don't do this just to hear ourselves talk. We do this because we care about people. And, if this blesses you in some way, if this touches your life in some way, if this helps you through, a bad situation in some way, then we've done our job. And we thank you guys again for allowing us to come into your living room and talk to you this evening. My brother, floor is yours.
Have to say the experiences that we have in life are very, very important. Sometimes you have some 1 in a million experiences, like Michigan Wolverines beating Ohio State, and becoming a better team for that one time. But let's like the words of Dom. Let's like the words of Toretto or Dom in Fast and Furious. Winning is winning, no matter if it's a yard or 2 yards. Winning is winning. But at the end of the day, you gotta enjoy the little things in life. Enjoy the little things that make you happy, and also enjoy the little things that you can do to help other people, your friends, your family. Start re-enjoying those times in life, because those times are precious, those times are limited. Make sure you embrace those times with your utmost, fullest 100% ability. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you for listening to tonight's podcast on Keeping It Real with Big Boy and the co-host, Professor X. Have a good night. Let's be safe. Remember, at the end of the day, you're amazing and you can do it. Jake, sign us off.
Take care of yourselves and each other. Jerry Springer.
All right.
Good night, brother.
Good night. That's right, everybody. Thank you for listening to the podcast. This is your boy, Big Boy. This podcast is brought to you and sponsored by Terra Jersey Enterprise. Terra Jersey Enterprise will hook you up with some custom shirts. Also, Terra Jersey Photography, capturing your moments of today to make them last for a lifetime. But like I said, this podcast is brought to you by Terra Jersey Enterprise.